Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and that you are having a great day. And in today's video, I'd like to sit back in my very squeaky chair, relax, and have a little conversation with all of you guys about today, Free Comic Book Day. That's right. If you head on down to your local comic book shop today, you should be able to pick up some cool free comics. I myself traveled down to my local store, and they had two different Conan comics, which is great because, as you guys know, I am a huge sucker for Conan and Red Sonja, some of my favorite fictional characters. Or I should say, a Conan book and a Sumerian book, which is Conan with the label filed off. There's a weird licensing or something going on there. But this is not a video talking about Conan the Barbarian, although it should be. I should talk about Conan more. I do like Conan quite a lot. No, we're talking about Free Comic Book Day, specifically why I think it's such a good thing. You see, Free Comic Book Day is an annual event that's been going on since 2002. And it was started by Diamond Comic Distributors. Diamond Comic Distribution? I forget what the official name is. Diamond Distributors. And it's been going strong for over 20 years now, which is actually really cool. And it serves as a really nice way to kind of get a lot of attention on a lot of independent comic book stores. You see, where a lot of people, where a lot of non-stores obviously just see free comics, obviously that's what you're going to see. For stores, it's more than just a way to offload comic books onto the masses. It's a way to get feet in the door, to get traffic to your store, and to reach new audiences. And it's not just for stores. It's obviously retailers like it because it brings feet in the door, but bringing feet in the door, bringing eyes to the store and to comics as a whole doesn't just affect the store itself. It affects publishers, artists, writers, all the people involved in the chain from creation to final sale of comics, because when you entice people into your store with free stuff, what is called a loss leader in the industry, we've talked about that before, remember those words, loss leader, because yeah, comic book stores do have to pay for it, but it's really cheap. I think they pay like maybe 50 cents an issue or something for what they're giving out. So it's not free for the stores, but it is beneficial for the stores because for a small fee, they are potentially reaching hundreds of new customers, and that's good for the industry as a whole, especially when you take into account that like over 2,000 stores across the state alone participate in this, which is really cool, really great, because that's potentially thousands and thousands of eyes every year, because this is an annual event. They've only skipped it like once or twice, I think. This is a big annual event where a lot of attention is given to a bunch of different publishers, because yeah, there's obviously the big names participate. DC and Marvel do it too, but like Titan Comics does the Conan one. I think Udon does like a Mega Man comic or something this year. IDW has, maybe there was an IDW comic, I can't remember. But there's a huge laundry list of comics, and from various publishers you can get from all age categories all the way up to adult categories. And this sheer variety of stuff that the customer sees, it exposes you to a wide swathe of the current publishers out there in the industry. Very loud car. That's a motorcycle. Very loud motorcycle. It was very loud. That exposure to the industry, that exposure to a variety of publishers and comic titles, for some people that can be super enticing, especially if there's their first first step into the world of comics. Because some of these, like I said, I read this one. This one was actually pretty solid. This one was pretty solid. These were both great, and if I were someone who was only tangentially aware of sword and sorcery as a genre, and this was my first exposure to sword and sorcery comics, yeah, Zuthal of the Dusk, this one, that would be an excellent, it would probably entice me to grab some more if I wasn't already interested in Conan comics. Again, if I was new to the industry and I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I might want some more of that. And that's how it is every year, because it's not just adults going into comic book stores to grab comics. It's a lot of kids. And remember, when it comes to any collectibles industry, getting the next generation interested in the collectible, like it or not, is key to that collectible surviving. It's key to that genre or industry surviving. Yes, I know that there's a lot of people out there who seem to have this idea that comic books are for adults. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that have that mindset that comics should be collected and stored by like mature readers nowadays. And I don't understand where that idea comes from. But guys, hate to break it to you, the next generation is going to have an interest in this stuff for your current comics to have any value in the long term. Shocker, I know. But you guys ain't going to be around forever, so it's imperative that the next generation gets into this stuff. Of course, that's not saying that there can't be comics that are geared towards adults. Obviously, a lot of them are. He says as he holds up Conan for like the 7th time this video. Good stuff. But it's more than just a way to get feet in the door. Some comic book stores use it as a way to cross-promote themselves. They get sales going on that day. Some comic book stores, especially those with connections in the industry, they'll use it as an excuse to get artists or publisher representatives in the store just to do more events. The store I was at, AA Comics, they actually had Bob McLeod? Bob McLeod. Oh man, I murdered his name. Bob McLeod. McLeod. Artist Bob was in the store, as well as Joe Bruscia from Zenoscope. And Zenoscope had, I've got a stack of these stuff in front of me. Zenoscope had one of these they were selling, and I was like, yeah, I can't resist that. It's pretty nice. So not only is it a good way to get people in the door, but it's also a good way to cross-promote local artists, authors, etc., and get people's eyes onto things they might not otherwise have been aware of. Because, yeah, I mean, seeing an artist in a store that you've never seen before in person, someone that you otherwise would only see at like a comic event that you may or may not even go to, that can be a good way to get that artist's name on your radar. Good stuff there. And for the artists and the publishers sending out their representatives, of course, getting your name out the door is always good, because, hey, again, the more people who are aware of you, the larger your potential audience is. It's just a fact of life. If no one knows about you, well then, no one's buying your stuff. But anyway, to wrap this video up, nowadays, Free Comic Book Day is still happening, although the company that originally put it in motion, Diamond Distributors, they aren't really around. Well, they exist, but from what I understand, Diamond is currently embroiled in their bankruptcy, right? I think it's ongoing. Don't quote me on that. No legal team come to Uncle Frank's garage to arrest him because he still thinks that there's a legal battle going on, or not a legal battle, a bankruptcy thing going on. I think there is. So nowadays, it's actually Universal Distribution that runs Free Comic Book Day. But they're not the only ones. After I think Universal got a hold of it, I think Penguin Random House, they're doing their own like parallel event called Comic Giveaway Day. It's Free Comic Day and Comic Giveaway Day, I think, are the two events, and they're both run in parallel, in tandem. Which is great if you're just someone who's interested in free stuff, because more events means more free stuff. I'm sure that if you are an actual retailer, getting a hold of both and organizing both for the same day is probably more, just a bit of extra steps, and might be tedious even. I wouldn't know. But yeah, that overall is Free Comic Book Day, and why I think it's a good thing overall, because yes, obviously free stuff is good, but the reason behind the free stuff is also imperative, I think, to the growth of the industry and for the future of the industry, because, again, like it or not, the next generation has to have an interest in comics in order for comics as a whole to survive. Like it or not. You can't keep the industry going by only appealing to the fossils that are currently in it. This tuft of my hair does not want to stand on my face today. But yeah, those are my overall thoughts on Free Comic Book Day. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you like it? Do you hate it for some reason? I'm always curious. You guys know that algorithm stuff is good for me. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that great jazz. Check out the Discord, the Patreon, the TCG player. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.